Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The opening ceremony of International Conference is about to commence. Good afternoon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to welcome you to Universitas Swarmadewa for International Seminar of Mobility Program 2022, which is brought to you by INOPA, or Indonesian Invention and Innovation Promotion Association, University Malaysia Perlis, and Universitas Swarmadewa, today, Friday, 28 October 2022. Om Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Namo Buddhaya, salam sejahtera untuk kita semua, salam kebajikan. May the Almighty God bless us all. The Honorable Chairman of Kesejahteraan Korpri Provinsi Bali Foundation, the Honorable Rector of Universitas Swarmadewa or representative, the team from University Malaysia Perlis, from INOPA, deans and the head of Community Service Department, Universitas Swarmadewa, participants, students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. The first agenda, I would like to invite you to join me to 60-second prayers or the moment of silence. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Hadirin mohon berdiri, acara akan diawali dengan doa. Hadirin, doa menurut agama dan kepercayaan masing-masing. Berdoa dimulai. Selesai. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue the program by singing Indonesian National Anthem, Indonesia Raya. Singing Hymn of Warmadewa.
Dengan hati yang suci.
singing hymn of Korpri Foundation, Sabta Bayu. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are now moving to the next agenda. There is a welcome remark by Rector of Universitas Swarmadewa, Bapak Profesor Dr. Dewa Putu Wijana, DPNSP Park, through this video.
Om Swastiastu, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, salam sejahtera, salam, namo buddhaya, salam sehat buat kita semuanya. Honorable the Chairman of Korpri Foundation, distinguished speaker and guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. First of all, I would like to welcome all of you to Bali particularly to Warmadewa University. I also would like to express my sincere appreciation to be chosen as co-host of the International Mobility Program between University of Warmadewa and University of Malaysia, Perlis. Although I'm not able to attend the event in person, I truly hope that this conference will be a contributive platform to share the current update in the topic. Honorable guests and ladies and gentlemen, I understand that this relatively new for us since we have never been conducting such event. However, when I was informed several topics of the seminar, I convinced it can broaden the perspective of participants in this area. As a rector of University of Warmadewa, I would like to take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to all speakers, as well as to the organizer of this conference for making this essential event possible. I hope all of you will find this conference inspiring and encouraging for further discussion in the future. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the welcoming remark by Rector of Universitas Warmadewa. Thank you indeed. And actually, it's a great honor and pleasure as well because this afternoon, we have Chairman of Kesejahteraan Korpri Provinsi Bali Foundation to deliver his welcoming remark. Please welcome Bapak Dr. Andes Anagung Widya Wisnumurti MSI to come forward with us.
Om Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, namo buddhaya, salam kebajikan untuk kita semua. Yang saya hormati Bapak Muhammad Mustafa, PhD, dari Malaysia University Perlis, beserta seluruh rombongan. Mohon izin saya menggunakan bahasa Indonesia karena Malaysia dan Indonesia adalah negara serumpun dan kita harus bangga menjadi dan memiliki bahasa Malaysia. Kalau di Malaysia namanya bahasa Melayu. Kalau di Indonesia namanya bahasa Indonesia. Dan isinya sama. Gitu. Kita sama-sama saudara. Ya. Ibu Erika dari Innova yang saya hormati dan saya banggakan. Bapak Kandre dari Warmadewa International Office, Bapak Ibu Dekan dan pimpinan universitas, dan yang mulia, saudara-saudara dari Malaysia, selamat datang di Bali dan selamat datang di Warmadewa. Jadi Warmadewa ini adalah salah satu universitas swasta yang ada di Bali dan boleh dikatakan sebagai universitas swasta terbesar Bali, NTB, NTT, bagian timur. Jadi Warmadewa memiliki nilai, the value of my campus is Sabta Bayu. Sabta Bayu itu 7 kekuatan yang merupakan nilai yang kita tanamkan kepada seluruh sivitas akademika kita. Sebagai nilai untuk kemudian menjadikan 7 kekuatan yang bisa menginspirasi dan berinovasi sebagaimana Innova, program Innova, yang nantinya mahasiswa kita ajarkan memiliki nilai religius, memiliki nilai kemampuan untuk kecerdasan intelektual, kecerdasan emosional, dan kecerdasan sosial untuk menjadikan mereka manusia yang unggul. Unggul dalam setiap karya dan selalu berinovasi dalam berbagai hal. Jadi di samping mereka menuntut ilmu dalam artian di perguruan tinggi, mahasiswa kita berikan juga pelatihan melalui Warmadewa College. Yakni kita ajarkan mereka, kita berikan mereka tambahan bidang kemampuan sesuai dengan passionnya, sehingga mereka tidak saja dibekali ilmu dalam bentuk kuliah, mereka juga kita ajarkan untuk bisa berinovasi dalam persaingan global. Kegiatan seminar hari ini saya pikir sangat relevan dengan visi Universitas Warmadewa untuk menjadikan kampus ini sebagai kampus yang selalu meningkatkan mutu, kemudian berorientasi pada ekowisata dan Go Global 2034. Seminar inovasi yang menyoroti tentang food teknologi, ini saya pikir menjadi salah satu tuntutan dalam rangka bagaimana produk lokal Bali ini mampu menghasilkan produk-produk unggul. Pemerintah Provinsi Bali melalui Gubernur Bali mengeluarkan banyak sekali aturan-aturan, peraturan gubernur, peraturan daerah, dan surat-surat keputusan gubernur menyangkut tentang perlindungan pengembangan produk-produk lokal. Apakah itu produk kreatif maupun produk pertanian. Bahkan seluruh Penglipuran, di sana ada hutan bambu. Banyak hasil-hasil bambu yang bisa diolah menjadi produk kreatif. Bahkan mahasiswa kita di Fakultas Teknik Warmadewa ini selalu menjuarai bambu competition di tingkat internasional yang diselenggarakan oleh China di Guangzhou. Dan Warmadewa sudah 2 kali ya menjadi tuan rumah untuk bambu competition internasional. Nanti hari Minggu rombongan dari Malaysia bisa melihat di Penglipuran. Juga ada di Catur. Catur itu adalah daerah yang ada di Kintamani. Di sana hasil pertanian yang sangat terkenal adalah jeruk dan kopi. Kopi di Kintamani, khususnya di Catur, itu merupakan binaan dari Fakultas Pertanian Universitas Warmadewa. Dan nanti olahan-olahan kopinya bisa dilihat langsung di daerah Catur. Bahkan di sebelahnya Kabupaten Badung juga ada produk kopi. Jadi kopi Kintamani itu adalah kopi yang bisa bersaing dengan kopi Brasil misalnya. Jadi itulah produk-produk lokal yang ada di Bali Mudah-mudahan melalui seminar internasional ini akan muncul pemikiran-pemikiran inovasi dan para mahasiswa bisa diajak bersama-sama untuk mengembangkan food teknologi tidak saja di bidang pertanian tetapi juga di bidang kuliner lainnya. Terima kasih Innova sudah bisa berkunjung ke Warmadewa. Jadi beliau ini, Ibu Erika ini adalah dosen sastra di Universitas Indonesia. Dan ternyata beliau baru pertama kali datang ke Warmadewa. Padahal Innova itu sudah ada tahun 2012, 2011. Jadi 11 tahun yang lalu. Mudah-mudahan hari ini bukan yang pertama. Jadi kalau ke Bali nanti ada program Innova, jangan kemana-mana, bawa ke Warmadewa. Ya. Hal yang sama juga, saya baru saja pulang dari Malaysia. Tetapi saya ke Malaysia ke Universitas Tunku Abdurrahman, Utar, kemudian ke UGSI, dan yang satu lagi ke UITM. Jadi belum ke, kalau waktu dulu sudah ke sini, saya ke situ. Hari ini ada 12 mahasiswa dari UTAR yang sedang melakukan student exchange dengan kita. Sekarang ada di sini, ada 12 mahasiswa. Mudah-mudahan dengan Universitas Malaysia Perlis nanti kita bisa kolaborasi, kerjasama, Pak Mustafa, ya. Ada lagunya kok Mustafa ini. Kalau di Indonesia, Pak. Nanti saya kasih tahulah lagunya. Oh Mustafa ya Mustafa. Gitu. Ada lagunya Pak, ya. Jadi Bapak terkenal di Indonesia Pak. Jadi kita kerjasama Pak ya. Kita kerjasama dan Innova juga ya. Karena di Warmadewa Ibu, kita punya inkubator bisnis. Ya, kita punya inkubator bisnis, kita punya Warmadewa College. Banyak yang bisa kita kolaborasikan. Ya, mudah-mudahan hari ini bisa menghasilkan sesuatu yang bermanfaat. Dan pertemuan hari ini bukan yang pertama, harapan saya ke depan mari kita bangun kolaborasi lebih intens lagi. Terima kasih untuk semuanya. Dan saya akhiri dengan Pramasanti, Om Santi, 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 Om. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat siang untuk kita semua. Terima kasih.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to proceed the next agenda by a remark from Innova, the head of Indonesia Invention and Innovation Promotion Association. Please welcome Ibu Erika Insan Pratisi to come forward.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu. Salam sejahtera, namo buddhaya, salam kebajikan. Izin menggunakan bahasa Indonesia juga mengikut Pak Oka tadi. Baik, yang saya hormati Bapak Dr. Anak Agung Gede Oka Wisnu Murti MSI, selaku Ketua Yayasan Kesejahteraan Korpri. Yang saya hormati Ketua International Office Universitas Warmadewa, Bapak Iwayan Kandera. Yang saya hormati Bapak Profesor Muhammad Mustafa Al-Bakri, perwakilan dari Dean Faculty Engineering University Malaysia Perlis, serta rekan-rekan dari Unimap dan juga para hadirin yang hadir. Baik, mungkin sebelumnya saya ingin mengucapkan selamat datang kepada para dosen dan juga mahasiswa dari Universitas Malaysia Perlis. Selamat datang di Bali, selamat datang di Universitas Warmadewa. Selanjutnya saya juga ingin mengucapkan terima kasih banyak kepada Universitas Warmadewa yang telah bersedia untuk menjadi host pada kegiatan International Mobility Activity hari ini dan juga telah mendukung terlaksananya kegiatan kita hari ini. Selaku perwakilan dari Innova yang menjembatani antara universitas yang ada di luar Indonesia dan juga di Indonesia, kami tentunya mengharapkan kerjasama lanjutan yang bisa terjalin dari Universitas Malaysia Perlis dengan Universitas Warmadewa. Semoga kegiatan ini bisa membuka kesempatan atau peluang kerjasama, partnership yang harapannya bisa menguntungkan atau membawa manfaat bagi kedua belah universitas. Mungkin kiranya itu saja dari saya. Terima kasih banyak sekali lagi. Om Santi 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 Om. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed to the International Seminar of Mobility Program 2022, we are going to continue to the next agenda. That is the signing Memorandum of Understanding between Innova and Universitas Warmadewa. Please come forward, join us. And then we'll be continue by signing Memorandum of Agreement between Innova and Faculty of Agriculture Universitas Warmadewa. Kami persilakan kepada dari Innova dan dari International Office perwakilan Pak Rektor disaksikan langsung oleh Ketua Yayasan dan juga Pak Mustafa dari Dekan Engineering Unimap. Ya. Continue by signing MOA. We would like to invite the Dean Faculty of Agriculture. Continue by photo group after signing. Boleh kita lanjut untuk sesi foto dulu? Kami persilakan. Showing the documents, the MOU and MOA. Thank you very much. We are going to proceed by presenting token of appreciation. Token of appreciation will be presented by Chairman of Kesejahteraan Korpri Provinsi Bali Foundation to Innova representative and to University Malaysia Perlis representative. Token of appreciation to University Malaysia Perlis. On this occasion, Innova will present token of appreciation to the Chairman of Kesejahteraan Korpri Provinsi Bali Foundation. Give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That's the opening ceremony of International Seminar Mobility Program 2022. And after the token of appreciation presentation, we are going to proceed the agenda by International Seminar and will be chaired by our moderator. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as we inform you that we are going to proceed the agenda by international seminar. And we have 4 speakers this afternoon, and this session will be chaired by our beautiful moderator, Ibu Ratna Ayu Widyaswari SH, MH. Time is yours, moderator.
Check. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. MC, for your time that is given to me. So with all due respect to all the board of leaders, lecturers, and the academic community at Warmadewa University, and also from University Malaysia Perils, and all of those who joining us on this beautiful day today. First of all, I'd like to welcome you all to International Mobility Program 2022. Held by Indonesian Invention and Innovation Promotion Association and in collaboration with Warmadewa University and University Malaysia Perils. Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome all of the speakers, invited speakers, and also participants. My name is Ratna Ayu Widyaswari, and today I'm going to play the role of moderator and present on these seminars. So before we commence, for your information, this seminar will be divided into 2 sections. First sessions will be a seminar sessions, and then where we have 8 speakers, and each of the speakers is allocated approximately 15 minutes to present. And at the end of these seminars, there will be 30 minutes discussions sessions. And I'll also like to remind of you to please put your phone on silent mode only. And we also have the participants joining online that will be put into listening mode only. So before we commence, if there are any questions during the seminar, you can write them down below in the chat box by stating your name and institution, and also mentioning from whom this question is directed, and I will read it for you at discussion session. So about the topic, sustainable food development has become an interesting topic due to the ever-growing and need for a stable and healthy food supplies. Now that we throw up biotechnologies and in the mix, let's stir it a bit and make it excited. And one of the factors that boosts rapid growth of food technology is a biotechnology. And I hope that these seminars can be an arena to change the paradigm and perspective and provide a comparative study. So without any further ado, I would like to invite our first speakers, from Dr. Siti Hawa Muhammad Saleh from UNIMAP with the title of Biomedical Magnesium Alloy. Please come forward and give it a big applause. We also, whatever you're comfortable to. Okay. And we also have the second speakers from our beloved university, Warmadewa University, Pak Dr. Senior Igede Pasakmangku MP, with the paper entitled Coffee Processing in Bali and the Quality. The third speakers from Dr. Nur Amira Abdul Halim from UNIMAPS with the paper titled Essential Oil in Food Applications. We also have the fifth speakers, Ibu Dr. Insinyur Lus Suryati with the paper entitled Nano Coating for Fresh Food Applications. And then we have also the speakers from Unimap with the paper title Value Addition in Food Products Using Encapsulation Technology. And then from Unimap also, the paper with entitled The Novel Technique of Preparing Low Sinter HAP Ceramic. And then the next speakers is from Nyoman Gede Mahaputra with the paper entitled The Future of Bamboo as Building Materials. And the last but not least, we have the papers with the speakers Ahmad Radiwan Yaakob from Unimap with the paper entitled Harumanis Perlis Special Mango Sustainable Industry. So for this first speaker, ma'am, I hope you're enjoying your time here in Bali, though it is sometimes rainy, sometimes hot, but how are you? Okay, thank you. Without any further ado, you can comment. Yeah, whatever you're comfortable to, you can stand up and also you can sit down. Okay. Yeah, the committee will help you with the slides. Okay, please. Yeah. Committee, please you help with the slide, please. Are the slides ready? Okay, time is yours, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Moderator. Okay, my name is Dr. Siti Hawa Muhammad Saleh. Oh. Okay. My name is Dr. Siti Hawa Muhammad Saleh. I'm from Faculty of Chemical Engineering Technology, University of Malaysia Perlis. Assalamualaikum and very good evening. Okay, today I would like to talk about biomedical magnesium alloy. It's called corrosion and is biocompatible. Okay, first of all, let me introduce my special interest group, SIG. We have four subgroup in our big research group. We have 20 active researchers. So one group is covered on corrosion and coating. One is from powder metallurgy, and then mineral and extraction. And lastly is electronic and functional material groups. Okay, so why biomedical magnesium alloy? So we know that magnesium is has a very unique properties where the magnesium is very reactive, very active, and very corrosive. And they have a very severe corrosion problem and wear problem. So somehow it has a very good tensile and ductile properties, and it's very well or very compatible with our human body. So before this, magnesium have been used in widely used in automotive applications, such as for low temperature component, and also for because it's very light material. So nowadays it has been explored and has been alloyed with the other elements to make it very compatible or biocompatible with our body. So it has been used to replace titanium and also to replace stainless steel. We know that titanium is very expensive, so magnesium alloy will be very competitive and at a lower cost. And then it can also replace the stainless steel that we know that stainless steel is very toxic to human body. Okay, so this is the list of material or element that have been used or applied to be alloy with the magnesium alloy. So you can see here, there's a lot of element that compatible with the human body. So basically, why they use the alloying element, because they need to improve the strength and then to increase the creep resistance and also for the good biocompatibility. So here I take some of the elements such as calcium, zinc, and strontium. So this is a basic corrosion mechanism on magnesium, where magnesium is corrosive and it's corrode at both of the side, which is anode and cathode. At anode, they can release magnesium ion, and at cathode, they will release the hydrogen gas. Okay, so first I take as an example magnesium with zinc. So magnesium with zinc, when to make it magnesium implant, it will be casting first. So the casting will improve the strength and by grain refining. So what happened in corrosion is the hydrogen evolution will take place at the second phase, which is magnesium hydroxide layer. And then, however, phosphate and calcium ion in simulated body fluid will promote the precipitation of hydrogen apatite, which is HAP. So in terms of biocompatibility, the zinc is very essential nutrient for in our body, and it also can help in bone formation and mineralization. This is example of tin magnesium zinc with the titanium. So we can see from here, there is this is the titanium, the one that very expensive and always be used as a implant. So this is zinc, magnesium with zinc. So we can see there is new bone formation is actively formed around the sample compared to the titanium. And this is after, this is in PBS and this is in MRSA. Okay, next we go to Mg calcium. So we know that calcium is very brittle. However, when we add amount of zinc and manganese with the calcium, magnesium calcium, it will form a stable calcium magnesium zinc phase by grain refining. So in terms of biocompatibility, it's very good biocompatible and it's very good in osteoconductive. And then we have MgSr, Mg with strontium. The properties are also same. It can improve in mechanical and corrosion resistance. However, when we use only around 0.2, it will help in reduce micro shrinkage porosity. However, if you use 1% and above, it will accelerate the microgalvanic corrosion. Microgalvanic corrosion is a corrosion that happens between the metric and the grain boundary. And then last but not least, we have magnesium with rare earth. So here, rare earth also can increase the strength by solid solution and precipitation strengthening. And then if you want to make the MgRe, we need to heat first, and then it will increase the mechanical properties. Okay, So what we do for my research, we have a grant with tin industry, Malaysia tin industry, that we make magnesium alloy using magnesium and tin, alloy with the tin. So tin here is, we know that we have tin in our body, so it's very biocompatible with our body. So it have very good corrosion resistant and best mechanical properties. So, but there is a corrosion happen, but on the layer of magnesium hydroxide. So, however, the corrosion will also provide a good bone healing actually. So our approach is how to improve the degradation rate of the magnesium tin by performing surface modification. So surface modification that we done is we deep coating or electrodeposition coating with hydroapatite, HAP. So HAP is a kind of calcium phosphate that helps in accelerate the bone healing, and also it also been commonly used in prosthetic devices. So this is how the HAP works. First, there is a nucleation process of HAP crystal with the formation of magnesium hydroxide on the layer of magnesium alloy. And then the Ca ion, calcium 2+ ion will promote the nucleation. And then the dome shape of the calcium will and HAP will form on the surface layer. So from here, it will reduce the corrosion by decrease the amount of magnesium released when the corrosion happen on magnesium. So after a few days, start healing by hydrothermal process. So the HAP will form in rod-like. This is the green one, the rod-like HAP. So here, the HAP will form as CAP, which is calcium phosphate, and consequently will reduce the corrosion rate of the magnesium. Okay, I'm sorry. So this is a setup for to evaluate the hydrogen evolution reaction. We immerse the sample in body culture solution, which is Durbeco solution. So after a few hours, we take the hydrogen reading. So you can see from here, magnesium with 1% of tin has a better or best corrosion resistant compared to other weight percent. Okay, so what can we conclude here? To make a very good biocompatible magnesium alloy, it's not on how to tailor the magnesium as an alloy. So we also need to do surface modification such as electrodeposition or coating on the surface of magnesium alloy to ensure the process of bone healing is accelerate. So that we have to use some kind of ceramic products. As we use is hydroapatite. So it will heal better, faster, and at the same time reduce the corrosion rate of the magnesium alloy. That's it. Thank you for your attention.
Please give it a big applause for Dr. Siti Hawa Muhammad Saleh. Thank you so much, Doctor. It is actually very interesting concept that you given, that coating magnesium alloy with HAP is very potential candidates for biomedicals. I'm very new to this, so please correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, because the future, I think I'm pretty confident with it, because it makes maybe of the high specific strains, low density, and then lexic modulus or degradability. I don't know about that because I'm a low person, low in the field of study of low. So, yeah, I hope that the futures will bring us there to using more of magnesium alloy to for biomedicals. Implant materials, for instance. Okay, and then for the second speakers, without any further ado, I would like to invite Dr. Insinyur Igede Pasak Mangku with the paper entitled "Coffee Processing in Bali and the Quality." Please give it a big applause. Thank you. You have 15 minutes, sir.
Yes.
You have 15 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Committee, if the slide is ready. Okay. While we're waiting, I hope you're doing okay, sir.
No, I think that's our paper, our PPT has already sent to
Okay.
committee. Okay.
The committee, please assist with the slide. Okay. Okay, the slide is ready. Pak Doctor, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, the moderator. The first I would like to say that good afternoon, especially for the UNIMAP team. Yeah, welcome to Bali and especially the Warmadewa University and also for the Innova. Yes, Innova for supporting this seminar, international seminar. We have very glad to coming you in Bali. This is very interesting for us here. Okay, and also thank you for the committee, yeah, Warmadewa University. Thank you for your committee. You have hard work because we have today 2 international seminar, yeah, in Warmadewa Research Center, also S2B House, and now is a community service institution to be housed. Yeah, we have many international seminar. Thank you very much. First, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Gede Pasak Mangku. Yeah, that is my name. Yeah, simple now. Very specific in Bali. Yeah, I'm in the agriculture faculty, but especially for the food science and technology department. Yeah, I have 28 have been work in this faculty and Warmadewa University. And this is my simple title, my simple title, my paper about coffee processing in Bali and the quality. You can start from the first slide. Yeah, this is our my title. It's very important. Why I can take this title, because that's that mentioned by the chairman of Yayasan Kesejahteraan Kopri, my boss, that say that in Bali, especially in Kintamani, Bangli Regency, we have special coffee. Yeah, that is Arabica, because the climate and the weather and also the elevation is good for the grow of Arabica plant. So that is special taste. That you have proof and you can test the taste and the day after tomorrow, because you will go there with us. So you can test what I say today, right? And also we cannot avoid from the quality. Quality is very important. Yeah, but that is to be one of our problem, especially for the farmers in Bali and I think and also Indonesia, because not more farmer will focus already done the processing with good quality, because they're still thinking about the quantity. They still most thinking about quantity. Quality is okay, but they still not do that because sometimes the price when they make the good quality and processing the coffee, but the price is not little significant different. That is the reason why the farmer not do that. Yeah, and then next slide, please. Next slide, please. Thank you. That is our coffee, coffee prospect. Yeah, I think Malaysia have know already about Indonesia. Yeah, Indonesia is one the 4 largest producer of coffee in the world, after Brazil, Colombia, and Vietnam. But I don't know. This is the data based on 2018, I think that. But I hope it's still in the 4th position, because many years ago, Indonesia is the 3rd position, the largest coffee producer in Indonesia, but then decreased into the 4th position, unfortunately. But I think it's still in the 4th position, as long as the productivity and the quality is still good. And then, most of the coffee in Indonesia that is belonging by the people, by the farmers. Yeah, most of the coffee plant in Indonesia is owned by the farmers. Yeah, until I mean that 80%, but 20% is belonging by the government. So what is mean that farmers is the key for how to increase the quantity and the quality. The key in the farmers, but the government has not avoided from this situation, because they have to educate it and guiding and mentoring the farmers and also the group how to increase the quantity, and of course the quality is very important. And then and also Indonesia, most people, most farmer that can live from coffee. They can live from coffee, yeah, as long as the good practice of agriculture. Because my experience, and also this is my field study, yeah, because my PhD in coffee processing, and also I have many experience with my team in visiting, educating the farmer in Bali, especially. It's very, very difficult to educate the farmer, especially about the quality. For example, last week I have project today, 2022, that is supporting by Minister of Education, Culture, Technology, Research and Technology, to support the coffee production and quality in the Wonogiri, in Bali Regency, in Bali Province, in Buleleng Regency. We have assessed and evaluate the growth of coffee plant. That is not good. Yeah, they have only plant and they not care about the growth of the plant. They not care about the productivity. But I'm really I mean that coffee is very unique. They cannot I mean that plant good plantation by the farmer, but they can still can produce the coffee cherry. Yeah, that is the reason why the farmer not give more time to make how to good cultivation, because the coffee still can produce the coffee cherry, but that the productivity is not good. Yes, and then we have also with the coffee plant many people, especially the farmer, can get income for the coffee is very important. That is, they can pay the education, healthy, and also food with the coffee plant. But that is for the farmer that who applied and practicing good cultivation in the coffee plant. If not, they cannot support the the financial for educate and health and also for the food. And the verb, this one in the verb also we have in Bali, especially the production coffee in Bali, we have especially in Arabica, because in Bali we know that we have two kind of coffee, yeah, the Arabica and also the Robusta, Canifora. Yes, we don't have the Liberica. Yeah, between Arabica and Robusta, that is Robusta is largest coffee plant in Bali. Arabica is small because Robusta is more survived with the climate and the pest disease, for example. Arabica is not. It's very it's very. I mean, it's easy to damage by the insect, by the disease, for example. But the taste, Arabica is good one with one. And of course, the price is more expensive than Robusta. And then next slide, please. This is the coffee processing in Bali. Yeah, we have, in general, we have three kind of processing method in Bali. Yes, I think you have known already. Yeah, but the first one is a natural processing. Sometimes it's called dry processing. And the second one is honey processing. Yeah, this is the semi-wet processing. And the last one is wet processing, full wet processing. Yeah, we have three. But sometimes there are four. Because, coffee processing is very unique. Yeah, something like that is contain art, not only talk about technology, not talk about equipment, not about the processing, but we can talk the coffee with the art. Yes, very interesting. Yeah, not only the taste, and how to produce the coffee also need art. All right, and then between the three processing, the natural processing is the most done by the farmers. Yeah. Why? Because that is easier to do. Yes, natural processing is easier to do by the farmers. And also not too expensive. Yes. Yeah. Farmer has I mean that is the general characteristic of the farmer. They don't want to spend a lot of time to produce the coffee, even that is the good quality. The pasta is good for them. So natural processing is they can choose this one because it's easy and easier, and also it's not too expensive. But the taste sometimes is not too different significant with honey and wet processing. But I don't know. That is our we can let's thinking about what is different. I mean that natural processing, I think that there is not fermentation process. Yeah, I think that because when the coffee harvested in a red color, yeah, minimum 95%. This is recommended. After that, that is dry in sun drying or the solar drying. That is simple. Only 2 steps to produce green bean. Okay, green bean. We talk only until green bean because green bean is many people stop in the green bean because they have long life storage, and then also if they want to export, they want to sell, green bean is I mean is recommended, not a roasted bean. The roasted bean is the outside of the farmers, maybe barista, for example. So natural processing is most popular in the farmers. Yes. And then, but I think that I have make the research, the wet processing, because we have in the other step of the all step, we can put the fermentation process in the wet processing. We clearly see that the fermentation process, we assess the parameter, we assess the nutritional compound or chemical compound, and we need the time to doing the fermentation. And also we control the temperature, for example. So we can clearly see the process, the fermentation process and the wet processing. But in the natural process, no. Because after that, after harvesting, directly to drying. So let's thinking we together. It is possible to do fermentation process when drying processing. If possible, so this is the same maybe, just it's different with when fermentation conducted in the drying processing, in the sun drying, for example, the fermentation is natural because we cannot control, right? And then that is our in Chatur Paramita, we visit there the day after tomorrow. Yeah, they have already solar dryer. Solar dryer, we have, you have support this group. In 2021, we have a grant from Minister of Research Education in Indonesia. And then we have this solar dryer because, maybe you have know after you visited this condition, the weather is very, very cool. The temperature between 20 degrees Celsius, 22, maximum, I think that 26. So how you can drive the coffee? But when we help with this solar dryer, yeah, with solar dryer, they can dry faster. Usually with the natural processing, they need time 1.5 month to dry the coffee bean to keep moisture content 12.5%.
I apologize, Pak Doctor, you have 2 minutes left.
2 minutes later, okay, sorry. We can next, sorry. We can next, yeah, thank you. Next slide, please. Yeah, this is the process, yeah, the process, a simple process. We have two sortation step, and then this is the pulping, After pulping, we have whisk from the coffee. We have already research about the whisk, and we use for the I'm saying that acetic acid production and feed production, and also for edible film from the skin, from the pulp of the coffee. Yeah, I've already done by our team research. And then next slide, please. That is our laboratorium with our undergraduate student to clean the coffee bean before fermentation. We have, I explained that fermentation, wet processing method. All right, because this is the more complex than natural and honey process. And next slide, please. That is the fermentation process. This is the critical point. If you want to produce coffee with the taste is balance between sweet, sour, yes, and bitter. There is balanced taste flavor. You have to make the fermentation. And also about the nutritional content, especially the chlorogenic acid. That is the antioxidant activity. I think it's very good for our health. And then next, yeah, we use the incubator. That is also, we can compare between drying. When we drying the coffee bean, we use the solar dryer and we use the sun drying. So it's different time need to get the moisture content 12.5%. And it is the coffee bean. It's two different, the peppermint. It is, homogeneous. The color is very interesting, clear, but the other one, natural processing, this is a little bit brown. Next, Slide, please. And this is the Haller processing. Yeah, we use. You can compare the bean. This is the fermented. Yeah, the fermented bean. And this is the without fermentation. It's very different. Yeah, this is better one. It's good. The quality. We can see from the visual assessment. It's very good. And also about the taste. Next slide, please. Next slide. Now, this is the result our find by our research team. Yeah, the natural processes. However, the natural processes is also has the similar quality. Even they have a easier method, simple, but they have quality is a little bit similar with the honey processing and wet processing. So we can recommend it. Next slide, please. And this is the graphic. I think the same. I explained about the table. So this is the same. Yeah, the moisture still all the process, all the method have fulfilled the Indonesian national standard. We have Indonesian national standard for moisture content maximum 12.5%. So in this three method, all is fulfill the standard. Okay, next, please. And also about phenol content, and also about this one. All is this parameter is natural processing also recommended. Next slide, please. And also about the antioxidant activity. Yeah, coffee has. I mean that the second one has the largest content of antioxidant activity. So can recommend it for the food and functional food. All right. Next. This is our conclusion. Yeah. Don't worry if women want to drink a coffee. Sometimes women think that they don't worry about if they drink a coffee, but coffee is health. As long as they drink 2 cups of coffee in a day, not more. If you drink a coffee 2 cups in a day, that is very good, because can make your body your is health, because can has antioxidant activity, so can prevent the cancer. It's very, and our conclusion that natural processing is one of alternative method that used for the farmer. Why? Because that is simple, easier, not expensive, but the quality is little similar. So we can use that method. Okay, thank you. That is the simple our paper. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please give it a big applause. I know it's not enough 15 minutes to present, since it's very interesting to know that the process behind the coffee that we are drinking every day, especially with the process. I never knew that the process also affect the taste, the aroma, and the textures and everything. That I took it only comes from the nature of the coffee beans, but it also comes from the processing. The thing that we have to enhance maybe the quality over quantity. Okay. Thank you so much, Pak Doctor. I will be back to you in the discussion sessions. To the next speakers, we have Dr. Nur Amilah Abdul Halim for UNIMAP with the papers and essential oils in food applications. Please come forward, ma'am. Give it a big applause. Thank you. Yes. The committee may be ready with the slides. Okay, you have 15 minutes, ma'am. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Miss Moderator. Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon. Okay, thank you. First of all, thank you for all the dosen and para mahasiswa for this sharing session. I think. Okay, my name is Nur Amira Abdul Halim. Okay, I'm from the Faculty of Chemical Engineering and Technology, and I'm under the program of Food Technology. Okay, so today just like sharing, I want to share about the essential oil in a food application. So I bet everyone ever heard about essential oil, right? There are some big brands selling essential oil like Young Living, doTERRA, Plant Therapy. Is it right? So I think essential is not new to us, but it's widely used in as aromatherapy and in a cleaning or cosmetic process, formulation, ingredients in formulation, right? But how about the application in a food product? Okay. So all right. Okay. So first, what is essential oil? So basically, it's aromatic liquid essence. It's not easily an oil. It's an essence. Okay. So it can be extracted from different parts, different organ of plant organ, like a flower, leaf, bud, seeds. Okay. And it is a concentrated liquid. And it's hydrophobic or hydrophilic. That means it's not soluble in water. It's oil soluble, and it consists of a volatile mixture, which is because it's consists of a low molecular compound. So that's why it's highly volatile, and that's why it produces the odor and fragrance. And then, okay, other than that, our essential oil is also the secondary metabolites. So this secondary metabolites used to protect the plants from the environmental threats. So that's why they need this essential oil to protect them, but we extract them to protect us. Okay. And then, okay, actually, essential have a variety of bioactivities. It can be anti-inflammatory, it can be antiviral, but the most prominent bioactivities is two, which is the antioxidant and antimicrobial. So these two is the common bioactivities in essential oil. Okay, the bioactivities in essential oil are contributed by the assortment of the compound in there. That means the synergistic or the antagonistic, it produce the effect, the bioactivities. So it's specific to the plants. It depends on the main compound also. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, these are some of the aromatic plants that produce the essential oil. So some of these plants are common, right? Like chamomile, rosemary, lavender. So these are common plants that we get the oil from the leaf or the flower, but still there are a lot of oil that can be extracted from the seeds and barks plants. Okay, next. Okay, essential oil versus synthetic fragrance oil. So basically in a product that we use, the cleaning product, the cosmetic product, they use the synthetic fragrance oil. Okay, because it's cheap. It's cheap and of a greater variety compared to the natural essential oil. Okay, however, this synthetic fragrance oil is toxic. It even contains the phthalates, which is the binding agent to make the scent last longer, and it is carcinogenic. So that's why we need the natural essential oil. It's expensive because it only contains 1 to 10% only in the plants. It's never, and in average, in only less than 1%, the essential oil. That's why make it is expensive oil, and the production, the extraction process is quite complicated. Okay, but okay, another difference is for the synthetic fragrance oil, it only can imitate the scent only, not the therapeutic. But if you use the natural essential oil, it has the therapeutic and it has the scent. But for the synthetic, it only just for the scent, not the therapeutic. Okay, next. This is some of the demands of the natural essential oil. So as we can see in the pie chart, okay, it's shown that okay, previously maybe essential are widely known for the aromatherapy, but it's currently shifted to the food and beverages sector. So as you can see, the CAGR is increased from 88 to 15.3, which is the what we call it compound annual growth rate, which is a measure of how much you can have you will earn on your investment on every year during a given period. So this is due to the wide application of this essential oil as the flavor and fragrance material and as a preservative agents in the food. All right. So it can be seen that essential oil have shifted to the food and beverage application. Okay, next. Okay, how to obtain the essential oil? So basically, essential oil is not a reaction process. It is separated. It is extracted. So we obtain the essential oils through extraction process. So there are two conventional and established extraction process, which is hydrodistillation and steam distillation. So both of this process using the same concept, which is distillation. Just the difference is in terms of how the raw material contact with the solvent. So for the hydrodistillation, basically you immerse your raw material inside the water and then heat to boil, and it will evaporate and condense, and you will get the layer for water and oil. Then because of the difference immiscible, so it can be separate physically and directly. And for the steam distillation, this one is a solventless, and we just use steam, and the vapor of the essential will evaporate, and the same procedure condensed and collected in the final collection chamber. Okay, so next. So okay, another non-conventional is ultrasound assisted and microwave assisted extraction. So this too is it is commonly used for the lab scale. It is not practical for the industry due to it's not practical. Okay, okay, next. Okay, this one is okay, this one is a cold press, or we call it mechanical press. Okay, so this one didn't use any heat and normally used for the fruits peels. So we use the mechanical force, okay, instead of heating it. So that's why I call it a cold press. This one is suitable for the citrus peel normally. Okay, next. Okay, and this one is quite new, but not too new, but it's very efficient method. We call it a supercritical fluid extraction. We use the carbon dioxide, pressurized carbon dioxide, but this one is very efficient but expensive. Okay, so this one use carbon dioxide as the solvent, and then it's pressurized, become a liquid carbon dioxide, extract the essential oil, and the carbon dioxide is depressurized, left behind the essential oil alone. So it can be separate cleanly. So it's a clean extraction process. Okay, next. Okay, we go for the application of essential oil in food product. So because of the bioactivities of essential oil, just I mentioned before, is obviously in a antioxidant and antimicrobial. So these two are the main bioactivities in the essential oil, which antioxidant can preventing lipid oxidation and peroxidation by inhibiting the radical, the free radical. And for the antimicrobial, it can preventing the food spoilage by inhibiting microorganism growth. Okay, next. So these are some of the application of essential oil in food. So sorry. Okay, as we can see, there are several food products that use essential oil as the preservative in order to increase the shelf life of the food. So it's like, for example, like cheese, fish, minced beef, bread. So this essential oil have major active compounds such as, for example, like spearmint essential oil. It have a carbon and limonene. So the application is exhibit strong antimicrobial activity against L-monocotygenesis in Livgen cheese. So basically, it's have the antimicrobial properties, then can inhibit the growth of the microbiota. Okay, next. Okay, another example in more food application. So like vegetables, foods, spices, also can use essential oil extracted from the black cumin, marjoram, bay laurel, cinnamon, and nutmeg. So this one, we extract the essential oil and we use as the preservative. Okay, next. Next slide. Right, we continue. I think that's not the like previous. Yeah, this one. Okay, so what is the challenges of using essential oil in a food application? So these are the main challenge, which is essential oil is instable because it's highly volatile and it's sensitive to the light, oxygen, and heat. And secondly, it have a hydrophobic or hydrophilic characteristic, which is because most of the antimicrobial microbe is active in aqueous. So the hydrophobic characteristic make it complex for the to kill the microbe. Then the third one is a give negative effect on the food organoleptic properties, because essential oil has a very strong flavor and odor, so it might affect the taste of the foods. And then possible interaction with food matrix and affect the food nutrients. It's also maybe a side reaction from the essential oil to the food. Okay, next. Okay, so for the improvement, so there are several methods on how we can apply the essential oil to the foods. So basically, we can use nano encapsulations, or we can use through the active packaging or edible coating. So for the nano encapsulation, we can directly apply it to the food matrix, or we can incorporate it into the food packaging. So next. Okay, this is some brief example of the nano encapsulation. So basically, the essential oil is encapsulated in the wall material, which is normally is a biopolymer like protein, polysaccharides, or I don't remember. Okay, protein and polysaccharide, like for example, like plant or animal protein, like we have a casein, we have a gelatin, we have a chitosan, and polysaccharide. So this biopolymers can be used as the wall material to encapsulate the essential oil, so that by encapsulating the essential oil, it can provide a protection to essential oil to avoid it from easily degraded by heat, oxygen, and so on. And then the wall material must be hydrophilic, so that it can solve the problem, the solubility problem. And it's also helps the sustained release, so that it can be directly delivered to the target substrate without
Sorry, ma'am, you have 1 minute
affecting the.
left. You have 1 minute left.
Sorry, okay.
Sorry.
Essential oil. Okay, next. Okay, next is bioactive packaging. So this one is incorporating the essential oil inside the active inside the film. So in the formulation of the film, we can put the essential oil and prepare a packaging for the food applications. Okay, next. Okay, this is the example where we use zine, which is the protein of maize. Okay, add with the glycerol. This is function as a plasticizer, and then make it into film and can be wrapped to be a food packaging. Okay, next. Okay, these are some the combination between the nano encapsulation and active packaging to for the food to produce a food packaging. So it can help preserve the food in a longer shelf life. Okay, next. Okay, this one is edible coating. So this one is basically we use essential oil in we dip the, like for example, like fruit in a solutions containing essential oil. So that's some of the invention that we can use essential oil as a food preservative, the 3 methods. So I think in terms of nano encapsulation and edible coating, I think the speaker will speak more about this. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We are talking about essential oils. It actually is such a hit here in Indonesia. I only know that I'm only using it as an aromatherapy, but it's very interesting that essential oils is also enhance the food product life. Maybe I don't know. It could also act as a natural flavoring agents also. But yeah, it's very interesting that. But I think the next question is, we have to understand which oils are okay to use, which oil you should avoid to include it in your food products, and that's it. And then the next speakers we have Ibu Dr. Insinyur Luluh Suryati MSI with the papers entitled Nano Coating for Fresh Food Application, who will be joining us today on the Zoom meetings online. Ibu, are you with us? Ibu Doctor, can you hear us? Okay. Ibu, how are you?
Okay. Hello. Thank you very much for the beautiful moderator, Miss Ratna. Thank you very much. Okay.
You have 15 minutes to present.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Could you, the committee share my presentation, please? My slide presentation. Okay. Oke, Om Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, presenter. Good afternoon, all participants of this seminar, and good afternoon to committee. Thank you very much for the time. Thank you very much for the time. I will present about nano agri-food, nano coating at the application of fresh product. Next. Okay. I'm Dr. Luluh Suryati from Warmadewa University, Department of Food Technology. Food Science and Technology, Faculty of Agriculture, Warmadewa University. Maybe Dr. Nur, next time we can collaboration about our research, because direct connecting about your concern and my concern about the nano coating and essential oil. Okay, next slide, please. We know that domestic consumption and export increase consumer demand, especially a healthy diet, natural food, and organic ingredients, convenient, and food diversity. Next, please. Okay, and next, please. Okay. Industrial food product is needed a safe product, then increase the quantity and the high quality. Now, as develop the product of ready to eat, ready to use, and ready to cook. We know all of community no have time to preparation about the food, and product of the ready to eat, ready to use, and ready to cook is the potentially to develop. And then some problem in the food production is about the post-harvest manipulation, and then storage technology, And the end is post-harvest technology sustainability, because many product of agri-food or agri-product is lost in the change. Next. And the end of eco-friendly packaging is the one of potential material is to be developed, especially edible coating or film. You know, edible coating, maybe Dr. Noor has to already explain about the edible coating, a little bit about the edible coating. And edible coating of edible film is the material for various food that can be consumed or can be eaten with the food without removal the quality and shelf life of the product. You know, edible coating is consists of the biomaterial, biodegradable, that is the thin natural layer, and can be prevent the moisture loss, selectively control exchange of oxygen, carbon dioxide, and ethylene in the respiration process. Right now, surface sterility and prevent loss other important component is urgent to develop. The thickness of the edible coating is maximum is 0.3 millimeter, and transparent needed the transparent film. That is the base of the coating. Next, please. Okay, this is the three phenomenon of edible coating or edible film. And the first one is structural protection to prevent deterioration of biology, chemistry, and physics. That is protect food from the chemical reaction, microbial growth, UV rays, mechanical stress from the nearby media. And the second one is carrier edible coating or edible film is carrier additive and active compound like the microbial agent, antioxidant, and coloring agent, flavor, and nutritional agent. The third one is edible coating or film as a barrier for gas, water vapor, solute, and lipid. Next, please. Next, please. Currently, nanotechnology is a science that has become quite popular. That is a nanotechnology includes the design, characterization, and production and application of the material, tool, or system at the nanoscale of 0.1 until 100 nanometer. And then they have received a significant attention in the food sector, including as a nano ingredient, nano emulsion, and nano coatings on nanofilm. That is nanotechnology is have a link of with food safety and food preservation, especially food packaging and security. And next. Nanomaterial for a food application is always as essential for food analysis, and then that is a biodegradable packaging or sustainable packaging, and then that is a smart and active packaging. And then this is depend on consumer perception regulation aspect. Needed a safe and less risk of the consumer. Next. The advantage of nanotechnology consists of four advantages. The first one is antimicrobial ability. That is the nano coating interact directly with microbial cell and penetrate through the cell membrane and then oxidize the cell component or produce secondary product or that cause damage and then extend the shelf life of the fresh food. The second one is to improve of the mechanical properties such as flexibility, durability, temperature, and humidity. That is related to the interaction between nanocoating and additive and the matrix. The third one is improve emulsion system that the droplets are much smaller, which causes the decrease in the gravitational force, prevents sedimentation, cream formation, and flocculation. The tools are used include high pressure, homogenizer, ultrasonic extractor, and a high speed blender. And the last one is bioavailability. That is the nanocoating increase the bioavailability to improve the absorption of bioactive component. The small size of the material causes the increase in the higher solubility rate and even dispersal. Next. Okay, this is the nanocoating component. Nanocoating component is consists of main component like the hydrocolloid and lipid. The hydrocolloid is consists of polysaccharide and protein. That is the sample of the polysaccharide is aloe vera gel, cellulose, starch, alginate, and pectin, or chitosan and carrageenan. That is the biomaterial. And then the protein, the material can be made from soy protein with gluten, contain sunflower protein, gelatin, whey, and casein. And then the material from the lipid group is wax, triglyceride, acetyl, monoglyceride, free fatty acid, sucrose, ester, and silac or resin. The other one, solvent, is can be used water or ethanol. And then the additive is the functional of additive is to improve or modify the functional of this material and to improve the quality and stability and safety of the packaged food. If the additive to improve the modify and functional of this material, the example is plasticizer, cross-linking, emulsifier, and reinforcement agent. And to improve the quality and stability is the antioxidant, antimicrobial, coloring agent, flavor, and plastica. Next, please. Okay, this is the material from based on the coating or edible coating or edible film. Based on polysaccharide, like a microbial polysaccharide is leaven, pullulan, and from the seaweed extract is carrageenan and alginate, and from the starch is dextrin and amylase, and from the cytine and chitosan, and from the cellulose is the CMC, carboxymethyl cellulose, and HPC, and that's why. Next, please. Edible coating and film based on protein is can be used the gelatin, chain with gluten and casein, whey protein, albumin and gelatin, and soy protein, like the picture. Next, please. Edible coating of film from the lipid. Based on lipid is like a surfactant is the twin and lecithin. The functional as waxing is beeswax and carnauba or paraffin. Next, please. This is this edible coating and edible film from the female larkbug, silac, and woodricin, and so on. Next, please. If we use the edible coating, can one edible coating or more. If more is we call the composite edible coating or edible film. Can be composed by the bilayer or conglomerate. Bilayer is a one layer deposit over another, like in the upper and the below. And the conglomerate is a mixture of several components in one layer. Component. First of all, if we added the oil, essential oil may be mixed with the based on the material coating. Next, please. Next, please.
We only have 1 minute
Slide.
left.
Next. Okay. My research during 2019 until 2021, my concern is making formulation of edible coating based on aloe vera gel. The use of nano coating of aloe gel has great potential to provide new innovative and better result in horticultural productivity, post-harvest processing, efficiency, packaging, food quality, and safety through the detection of microbes that are harmful to human health. And currently, the application in food product makes a significant contribution to deliver the bioactive compound. Then I have the conclusion that the aloe vera gel is the good for fresh cut tropical fruit, because my research is a success to extend the shelf life of fresh cut fruit like the mango, rambutan, and mangosteen until the 3 weeks. And then nano coating of aloe gel can increase the bioavailability and control the release of active ingredient, as well as inhibit chemical reaction, and then reducing the impact of the sensory properties of the product. This is the performance of the aloe vera gel, and that is the inside of the leaf of plant have the gel, mucilage gel, that is we call the aloe gel or aloe vera gel. Next, please. Next slide. Next slide, please. Okay, this is the position of nano coating. That's why from the aloe gel, and we added the matrix additive as ascorbic acid, citric acid, and potassium sorbate, and then we stabilization with the heating of 49 degrees Celsius and for 5 minutes, and to be become a nano coating of aloe gel. And then we applicate in the minimum processing fruit like rambutan, mangoes, and mangosteen. That is can be solved the physiology, physical, and biochemistry or pathology problem damage. And then after application, the fresh cut fruit is become extend the shelf life. Next, please.
Ibu, your time is up.
Next slide, please.
Make it fast a little bit, because we are running out of time.
Okay. My research about the aloe gel and coating solution is for fresh fruit is on mangosteen is 50% aloe gel and 1 minute immersion time. On mango is nano coating with 1.15% additive in 50% aloe gel. And on rambutan is a nano coating of 50% aloe gel on 3 minute immersion time. And strawberry is non-nano is a safe.
Okay, due to time availability, I apologize. I have to cut it in the middle of your presentations because the time we have is very limited. We are moving to the next speakers. Ibu, thank you. I will be back to you into the discussion sessions. And the next speaker, we have Dr. Lee Bong Beng from UNIMAP with the paper entitled Value Addition in Fruit Products Using Encapsulation Technology. Apologize if I'm
Next slide,
please.
name,
but... Okay. We already in the next speaker, Ibu.
Slide,
I will be
please.
back to you. I will be back to you in to the discussion sessions.
Excuse me. Next slide, please.
Okay. Ibu, can you hear me? Can you hear us?
Okay.
Okay. I apologize that your time is up because due to the time limits,
Okay.
I have to cut you in the middle of the presentation. But I will be back to you into the discussion session at the end of the seminar. Thank you, Ibu. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Ibu. We're already moving on into the next speaker, Ibu. So we have Dr. Lee Bonbeng from UNIMAP with the paper entitled Value Addition in the Food Products Using Encapsulation Technology. Pak Doctor, times is yours. For the committee, please assist us to share the slide. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Moderator.
Thank you.
Thank you, organizing committee. First of all, let me introduce myself. Good evening, everyone. Okay, I'm Bun Beng from. Thank you. All right, sorry. Good evening. I'm Bun Beng from University Malaysia Police. Okay, I just want to share my research experience with all of you. Today's topic is on value adding in food products using encapsulation technology. Okay, let's start. I will make it short. Next, please. Okay. Now, the main characters, the main material used in encapsulation in my research is sodium alginate. Okay, we can obtain sodium alginate from brown seaweed. It's one type of extracts from seaweed. And one thing good about sodium alginate, it can be solidified easily when you get contact with any cation. Okay, so calcium is the most commonly used cation because it's biocompatible, safe, edible. Okay, so calcium alginate beads are widely used in many areas. Next, please. Okay, since calcium alginate beads is good and cheap and widely available, so it's commonly used as a tools to encapsulate active ingredients. Okay, why we want to encapsulate? We want to protect the active ingredient from hazard or harsh environment. We want to protect them, or we want to achieve control release, so we can slowly release the active ingredients in the medium that we want. Okay, and it also allows easy handling because we can separate the active ingredient easily from the bulk. Okay, then it's also improve the stability of the product because it can avoid interaction or unintended reaction between the substances in the bulk or in the mixture. Okay, at the end, we can also change the functionality of the active ingredient because we can convert the material from one stage to another. So initially, the active substance can be in a liquid phase, but we change it to solid phase, for example. Yeah. Next, please. Okay, these are the types of calcium alginate microgel beads that we have produced in our laboratory. Okay, first, the picture here shows us the beads that we produce by encapsulating oil. Okay, we also encapsulate probiotics bacteria in calcium alginate capsule or beads. These are dried beads we use to encapsulate herbal extract and traditional medicine. Okay, next, please. Okay, there are many methods to produce calcium alginate beads. The most simplest setup is this one, extrusion dripping methods. Okay, now we have extensively studied the system. Okay, we have done the proper systematic study, and we actually have developed models to predict the size. Okay, as proposed here, diagram to determine the sphericity of the beads. Okay, so we have a good understanding of the system. Next. But one disadvantage of the extrusion dipping method is it's slow. It produces very little amount of products. So in the industrial scale, we want to scale up the system. So next please. To scale up the system, we introduce compressed gas. We can extrude the liquid at a higher flow rate, and you can produce the particle in very fine form. It become fine droplets, become very small droplets. Okay, and we also done the study to understand the system. Okay, we have come up with a model to predict the size, model to predict the shape of the bits, so we can get a uniform size, very fine droplet using the system that we have in our laboratory. Next, please. Now, to show you one example, we have done this. We have encapsulated Malaysian honey, okay, like Tualan honey, Galang honey, and Acacia honey. So we have convert the honey into powder form using the encapsulation system. Okay. So why we are doing this? Because you know honey is very viscous. When you want to handle them in an industrial process, it causes problem. So when we convert into powder form, then we ease the production process. Okay. Now the result that we get of them here, it shows that we can get up to 95% encapsulation efficiency using our system. Next, please. Okay, the same system we also apply. We have conducted encapsulation of Lactobacillus casei in a sterile environment. Okay, now we work with one industrial partner who is producing pineapple juice. So we have incorporate the encapsulated Lactobacillus casei capsule in pineapple juice. So we are converting the pineapple juice become probiotic pineapple juice. Okay, and the results show very good viability after we incorporate the Lactobacillus casei in pineapple juice. We achieve about 93% of viability after encapsulation and include inside pineapple juice. Next, please. Okay, now this is another setup. It's an invert of the extrusion dripping method where we can produce capsules where we can get a thin layer of calcium arginate gel outside of our active ingredient. Okay, same thing, we have did a very extensive study. We have come up with models to predict the size and shape. So we have a good understanding of the system. So what we did was, next slide, please, to apply the system. We encapsulate pH regulator, we call it. We encapsulate calcium carbonate inside the capsule using the inverted extrusion dripping method. Now we have add the regulator in culture milk to prolong the shelf life of the milk. By increasing the cell viability, we can extend until 14 days with good cell viability and reduce the acidity because lactic acid bacteria, they produce acid as they been cultured lah. So by using the capsule, actually we can reduce the pH and make the bacteria happily living heavily in the milk, so we can extend the shelf life. Okay, next please. Another setup. Okay, we have done this. Okay, we use the confined chamber, spraying the two reactants, alginate and calcium chloride. When these two get into contact, they will form gel right in the chamber. So these are the micro gel. They are very fine because we are using compressed air to produce the aerosol. So we have did this studies using a MATLAB, solving all the ODE's equation. Okay, so we have models to predict the size and the gelation time. And then we have done the aerosols measurement using the Doppler aerometry methods. Next, so this system, excuse me, next slide. Okay, this system, we've done one study. Besides this, actually, we have encapsulate probiotics bacteria also using this system. Another application is to encapsulate water or hydrophilic active compound. For example, vitamins, they are very hypophilic materials. So to do that, actually, we produce double emulsion to protect the hydrophilic substances in a calcium alginate gel. So the double emulsion being solidified in the system then we can confine the active ingredient and protect them from the environment. So we have done this, and it shows a very good confinement of the material. It shows a low release out from the beads for more than 144 days. Okay, hours, sorry. Next slide, I think it's the last one. Next slide, please. Okay, as a conclusion, okay, actually encapsulation can be applied to any materials, but a precisely designed tailored encapsulation system is needed with optimum operating condition to achieve the maximum optimum output that meet the specific demands and also add value to food products. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pak Doctor. Very short, fast presentations, but very insightful. So the encapsulation using calcium alginate, it also provide improved stability not only in the final products but also in during the processing of the products. I think this special issue will be favorable for future developments as further discussions. So we are going move forward to the next speakers. We have Bapak one more Arif Ibrahim from UNIMAP with the paper entitled Novel Technique of Preparing Low Sinter HAP Ceramic. Okay.
Assalamualaikum. Good evening. Allow me 1 minute to introduce where I are coming from. We are coming from the University Malaysia Perlis, where Perlis is the state in Malaysia. Okay. So we are the smallest state in Malaysia, where the size is about 1/7 of Bali, with the population only like 1/10 of Bali population. Bali population have 4.5 million. 4 million. We have 250,000 population. So we are the smallest state in Malaysia. And then, so this is our university. Next, okay, this is Perlis. We are the agricultural based state. Okay, more or less about Bali style, but we are more to Siamese. Okay, okay. Next slide. Okay, I try to deliver my works in simplified way. Okay, I'm not sure what's the background of the students. Okay, my project is basically to fabricate the bones that we have. So the material that I use is basically the hydroxyapatite, where it's the same minerals that we have in the bones. Okay, but the only challenge in producing bones or ceramic material, we require high temperature. Okay, bone can be melt at 1,700 degrees Celsius, or more or less around 4,000 Fahrenheit or 5,000 Fahrenheit. Okay, then we need to prepare the ceramic at least within the temperature of 1,300 or 1,260 degrees Celsius. Okay, so then along the research, we found there is a technique to reduce the temperature to fabricate a ceramic for bones replacement. We able to reduce up to 300 degrees Celsius. Previously, it's quite conventional manufacturer produce the ceramic at 1,200, but we able to make it at 900 degrees. In the term of manufacturer production, is a big impact to them in terms of manufacturing cost. So this is the special about the hydroxyapatite. The mineral consists of the calcium and phosphate. Kalau kita tengok television, we heard iklan advertisement of the milk. The content of the milk is calcium. That's why we need to consume milk to consume what? To consume calcium. That calcium will help our bone. Okay. So this is some of the application, not only in the bone. Hydroxyapatite also be used, hydroxyapatite, or we can call it HAP. Okay. Also, we can fabricate for the teeth. Okay, for the dentures. And then this is the recipe to reduce the temperature to fabricate the ceramic. So we activate the ceramic at an earlier stage where we call it alkali activation. So because we find that recent finding from one of our researcher that the composition in alkali activated materials can act as subfluxing agent. Subfluxing agent is kind of agent that when we induce in the ceramic, it can reduce the ceramic temperature. So that's the recipe, okay? So this is some literature from the previous researcher. I don't think I need to read all this. Okay, next. Okay, what's the motivation of the research? There are many researchers basically studies on the hydroxy apatite, but the challenge is how to reduce the what we call the firing temperature to fabricate the ceramic. And within the conventional method, there are other methods, but they require very expensive tools of equipments. But we try to make it using the very conventional way. Okay, and then there is also researcher being conducted in alkaline activated, but super minimum in the research that related to biomaterials. So this is the motivation. We combine alkaline activation works and the HAP work. We try to produce a low temperature, very stable phase, and a good mechanical performance. Because we talk about the bone, the mechanical performance, the joint need to be very solid and very strong. If I can produce lower temperature ceramic, but not strong as the bone, the human bone, then it means nothing. Okay. Okay, so in a simple way, this is the ingredients. Okay. We have the hydroxy apatite, and we have the additional material that we call it alkaline activated material. I use kaolin. Kaolin is a clay. Okay, so we mix it, and then we make it in the powder form. I compact it, and then I sinter it to 900 degrees Celsius, and then we characterize it. Okay. Okay, this is the characterization we send for the X-ray to find out what's the mineral inside the raw material. So the main component here that is very important to me is for the hydroxy apatite, we have calcium content is very high. That is an important thing that we need to know. Another one is the kaolin and metakaolin. Metakaolin basically is a kaolin, but we treat it in higher temperature of 700 degrees C. So we have the content of aluminium and silica. These are two important ingredients in the metakaolin that we need to understand. Okay, and then this is equipment. This is equipment for us to conduct the what we call it the FTIR, Fourier transform, to understand the chemical bonding of the material. It's very scientific. And then another one, the graph. This is the X-ray graph. X-ray graph is like our fingerprint. We have an equipment. Let's say we need to fingerprint our thumb. Every people have unique fingerprint. Same goes to the material. They have a very unique identification. So we need to use the X-ray SRD equipment. So this is how we recognize the material is basically to understand the peaks. Okay, we have a reference in the database, and then once we get the peak from our sample, then we try to compare. Okay, if we have the same peak, and then that means the mineral is belong to the materials. Okay, so so this is the project in simple way that conventional what the previous research conduct. They need to fire the ceramic up to 1200 degrees Celsius, but we able to conduct it at much lower. So this is the secret. This is the ingredient, the special ingredient, how to do this. Basically, the hydroxy apatite is come from the powder form. Okay, but when we talk about ceramic, normally people know about what wares, the cup, pinggan, mangkuk. This is all about the ceramic. But basically, there are a lot more on the ceramic that happen out there. The technical ceramic, the bioceramic, and many more for the sensors, electronic, and so on. Okay, so this is what I claim to be a novel, because we can activate or we can fabricate the hydroxyapatite using alkali activated material. So it can reduce the sintering temperature, as I mentioned just now, but we need to understand few things. I can produce ceramic hydroxyapatite at a lower temperature, but I need to understand if to low temperature, prepare at a low temperature, the stability is not good. Okay, we lost the stability, so it's not good. Then I need to understand how to control the phase so that it's stable at a low temperature. Okay, so that is the uniqueness that we need to understand. Okay, this is simple diagram. Okay, this is solid material. I have metakaolin. Metakaolin is a clay. Okay, kaolin or metakaolin that consists kaolinate minerals. So this is the hydroxyapatite in the form of solid. So this is the activator, basically the sodium silicate. Okay, and then I need to mix it and to make it as a paste. Okay, this paste need to be cured in oven so that it dry. Okay, so from the drying process, then I need to crush and mix it, mixins in the bottle to make sure I have a proper size that I want. Then I do the compaction. This is compaction, and this is the sample in the form of like a tablet, macam ubat, like a Panadol, if you know Panadol. Okay. Then sinter is a term to fire a sample at a high degree temperature. Okay. Okay, this is the diagram of two sample. The top one is the sample that we recently produced, the activated hydroxyapatite. This one is the common one. Okay, basically, we can control the shrinkage of the sample. Okay, but for the conventional hydroxyapatite without treatment, they need to be sintered as high as 1,200 degrees Celsius to be able to apply it in the bone.
I apologize, Bapak, you only have 1 minute left.
Okay, I try to cover it in 45 minutes. No problem. 45 seconds. Okay, but the shrinkage is too much. Okay. Okay, this is me conducting another process, another analysis. And then this is, I need to measure the strength. So to make sure the strength that I can achieve is basically optimal with the bone. Okay. This is another data to show you the strength over the shrinkage. Okay. This is the SEM equipment that we have in our faculty that we use to look on the micrograph, the microstructure of the sample. Okay. So this is the conclusion. What I want to say here, that we able to minimize, to reduce the temperature so that the industry, the manufacturer can benefit it. 300 degrees Celsius in the ceramic world is very impact. Okay, thank you.
So much. Regarding the ceramic using, I think it's not commonly used as orthopedic implants, but the challenge is it's still to provide the low temperatures and the statics as the materials for bone orthopedic implants. Thank you so much, Bapak, Doctor. Due to the limit of time, we are quick moving on to the next speakers. Bapak Nyoman Gede Mahaputra with the paper entitled "The Future of Bamboo as Building Materials." Please give it a big applause. Thank you.
Check. I don't know if I can control my slides. Can I control my slides? No? Yes? Okay. Okay, thank you, Ratna, for introducing me. I will present something very different because I'm from architecture department here, so I will explain or I will present about what our students and some of our lecturers work on bamboo, as Pak Ketua Yayasan said earlier this afternoon. Currently, we know bamboo is recognized as a low quality material. It is associated with simple building. But now in Bali, we have found a lot of bamboo building using very extravagant style, well, very huge size. And can you play my slides, please? Where is my bamboo? Can you help me, Donnie? Yeah, thank you, Don.
Wow.
This is the work of my students. We will see how they work. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah. Thank you. This is my slides. I don't know where bamboo is really coming from. I mean, the word bamboo. Some say it is from Dutch who introduced the word bamboo. Some said it was coming from Malay. Some said it's coming from Canada. It's quite interesting. Then one says that bamboo is coming from Canada. It is actually grass, very tall grass. So it can grow very fast. Bamboo is one of the fastest plants, growing plants in the world. So it can grow like almost 1 meter in 1 day in some species of bamboo, not all species of bamboo, but not all species of bamboo can be used as a construction material. Some bamboo, we eat some bamboo, yeah. Do you eat bamboo as well? I think so, yeah. In Malay, they don't eat bamboo. Yeah, we eat bamboo, yeah. Yeah, some bamboo are good for food, some bamboo are good for construction, some bamboo are good for making ropes. They have several characteristics. Yeah, okay. I will not discussing this too long. Here, where bamboo grows, they are not growing in all part of the world, but in the tropics mainly. In some part is on the subtropical areas such as China and Japan on top. But mostly in Africa, in India, and of course in Indonesia and Malaysia, we found a lot of bamboo growing. That's why we can find a lot of bamboo culture in that areas, in the colors area. I will not go to this, and it is about the same. And we have economic and cultural values of bamboo. You find a lot of they use very creative. We use it for daily tools. We use it for chicken cage. We use it for everything. And now you can find bamboo in many hotels around the world. In Bali, bamboo is very important for our daily cultural activities. We use bamboo for penjor. If you see penjor, it's a bamboo pole with a lot of decoration. We use bamboo for funny. Okay, anyway, from a very small structures on the right to a more complicated one in the middle, into a single bamboo pole on the left. Yeah, here's bamboo in Indonesia. There are two groups of bamboo. The first one is bamboo that grows singularly, and other group is that grows in groups, like in the bottom. So some are grouped in one zone, and one is spreading. There are two different types. Bamboo that grow spreading are not good for building materials. They are good for food maybe, yeah, or for other uses. But bamboo for building materials usually are that grows in groups. Okay. Yeah, there are also some gigantic bamboo, but unfortunately we don't have it a lot in Bali. We can find it in Sulawesi, and we can find it in Thailand. But I have somebody, I forgot who, tell me that bamboo in Thailand is not good for construction, although they are very big, like in the middle, like in the picture in the middle. That because the bamboo in the middle is is not in groups. They are spreading. This one is good for construction, a bamboo that grows in groups. Here, this is the bamboo that grows spread. They are not in group. Tidak di dalam rumpun. There are several qualities of bamboo. Let us see. This is very technical. I will not explain this one. Why I cannot go next? Where should I put? Here. Doesn't work. Okay. Traditionally, a lot of traditional people use bamboo for bridge. We cannot find it. In Bali, we call it titi, titi bamboo, titi tiing, yeah. But we rarely see this kind of bridge in Bali or in any part of the world, because we now have a more advanced technology to use to construct bridge. And here in traditional construction, we can find it in all Southeast Asian regions. The left one is in the Philippines, in the middle is in Java, and on the right is in Nusa Tenggara Timur or East Nusa Tenggara, where they use bamboo a lot. So it is very popular because first, cheap. Second, they can grow anywhere in Southeast Asia. And then the third is you don't have to have a very skillful technique to construct with bamboo. Anyone can build it. That's why it's very popular in the past, not now. Now they are recognized as material for poor people. So everyone left bamboo because they don't want to be associated with poor people. They left bamboo, but then here, yeah, everyone can build it. You don't have to have a professional training. You don't have to go to school so to be able to construct bamboo. You can go with your neighbor, then you can, boom, you have a bamboo building. But then it replaced by concrete, by a more advanced building materials that is associated with progress, not with the past. And bamboo, somehow we forget about bamboo. Here, because we need huge building, we need a very tall building where bamboo cannot be used to construct this kind of building. But then, since like 1 or 2 decades ago, okay, bamboo becoming more popular because especially in tourism industry. Because why? Because modern people, they love romanticize the life. they love drama, Ratna. So they want to be, I am an ancient person, so I am not a modern person. That's why they try to find places where they can connect with nature, where they can connect with natural material, where they can go outside the concrete box of the offices. So bamboo is again gaining its popularity, especially in hospitality building. It's too fast. So many architects in Bali are trying to use bamboo in a more advanced way. They are trying to experiment with bamboo. They are trying to build a big building with bamboo. They try to make exotic building design with bamboo. And then suddenly, since like 1 decade ago, bamboo gained its popularity in Bali. You can find bamboo from Nusa Dua to Ubud. You will find a lot of big or gigantic bamboo buildings. And that was popular since 1 decade ago. Why? Because now capital, they need to get return on investment very fast. And by building with bamboo, they can start their business in 6 months. While when they're using concrete, they can only start their business after 2 years. Now you start it, you have to wait until 2 years, then you can sell your building. But with bamboo, now you start in 6 months, you can start selling your buildings. It's good for business. That's why bamboo gained its popularity. Here, traditional bamboo bridge. they are also experimenting with civil engineering. Anyone from civil engineering here? No? You are from civil engineering. This building is not, the reason why the form looks like this is not because of aesthetic reason, but because of the civil engineering reasons, because how they put the strength of bamboo. Here the Elora Hardy trying to experiment with big, tall building with bamboo. This is Green School, quite popular in the world. They are trying to build exotic buildings with bamboo. So it's no longer only a very small hut, but it's huge, exotic, beautifully designed bamboo. Here also Arsnet magazine's report. This is maybe the most beautiful bamboo building in the world. It is in Ubud. Oops. Back. Okay, that's why a lot of young generation, a lot of teenagers are interested in designing with bamboo. A lot of workshop now we can find in Bali, including one by our students. We also have this kind of bamboo workshops, but it has new problem. What is the new problem when bamboo gain popularity? They become exclusive and expensive. We cannot afford it. We cannot build that kind of building. We cannot access that kind of building except we have money in our pocket. We have to buy the expensive food, or we have to stay in the very expensive hotel. That's the new problem when bamboo gain its popularity and when designer touch bamboo. This is our motivation, how to make it accessible. So we design what we call this construction method. We call it joring, in order to develop a system that can be constructed by non-specialist workers, that can be developed by people who has no special training in bamboo. So everyone can build it. And we have tried in our lab a lot of type of constructions. We work with our students, and we are trying. We get new student, we just put it in the room, construct something. We have this without prior training for them, so they develop a lot of experiment with this systems. Here it's back. Here back one. It's hard to control these things. And then we bring it to the field. We try to build a bigger kind of structures. And now a lot of events invited us to construct bamboo. Now we are in Ubud Readers and Writer Festivals. We built this pavilion. We last month we are in G20 sites in Nusa Dua. We construct Pasar Nusantara, a lot of small stalls using this kind of system, of bamboo system. So making it accessible and making it simple is not easy. A lot of challenge. And then we are also bringing it to the temples, because in the temples they are now use stand instead of bamboo. In the past they use bamboo, but now they use stand, and we are trying to bring bamboo back to the temple.
Bapak,
yes.
You have 1 minute.
Yeah, no.
Left. Thank you.
Okay, it's close to it. So you will go to this village on Sunday, and hopefully I can go in that place. This is some of materials that I use. So the motivations by using this bamboo, when it's gained popularity and it becoming exclusive and expensive, we are trying to make it more accessible, so people with no engineering training can construct this bamboo building. So it will make it popular again. Thank you.
Thank you, Bapak. talking about bamboo might move from a fringe building materials to commonplace component in home and business around the world in the future. But economically speaking, maybe it's going to be another questions and another topic to discuss in the future. So we are moving forward to the last speakers, Bapak Ahmad Radi Wan Yaakob from UNIMAP with the paper entitled Harum Manis Perlis Special Mango Sustainable Industry. Please give it a big applause for our last speaker.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And very good afternoon, everyone. Hello, everyone. Okay, as the last speaker, I will try it to within 50 minutes. Okay, for the second speaker, talk about the coffee, right, in the Bali, because I want to talk about the Harum Manis mango in Perlis, because this fruit is a very, very special in the Perlis and very commercial fruit in the Perlis. Okay, and previously from my friends, explained about the Perlis, right? This is the very small state in the Malaysia. Okay, but we have the special fruit, right? Okay, so I want to introduce my name first, Ahmad Radi Wan Yaakob from Department of Chemical Engineering, Faculty of Chemical Engineering and Technology. So my topic today, Harum Manis mango sustainable in industry. Okay, this is about the Harum Manis. This is about us. I just tell here about us because Harum Manis grow in Malaysia and Indonesia. I don't hear before here Harum Manis grow in the Jawa Barat, I think. You know, Jawa Barat or Timor. And then I know Harum Manis grow in Indonesia. Okay, this is from Indonesia. And then let's come to the place after that. Okay, this is it is called aromatics, and in Malaysia called Harum Manis, and in Indonesia called Harum Manis. This is the same things, right? Same things. And then this is the produce fragrance and a very sweet taste. Okay. Well, previously Harum Manis is a special fruit in Perlis. Okay, next. Okay, please, next. Okay, this is an overview of Harum Manis in Perlis. This is the Harum Manis plantation in place around 1,600 hectares. And then for the production around 400 and 600 tons for annually. Okay, and this is for annually season for Harum Manis. Okay, this one the pre-flowering during the December to January, and then the flowering January to February, and then for harvesting May to June. Okay. And this is our research in Harum Manis. This is the problem. Okay, the problem about the flowers. You need the flowers, especially during the rainy season. Got the damage, right? Damage, and got a disease inside. This is a fungus attack. This is the biggest problem for Harum Manis in Malaysia. I don't know the problem in the Indonesia, right? Maybe the same things. Okay. And then for the second things, our study or research, this is for unbalanced nutrient. This is a study for NPK nutrient inside. This is about the nitrogen, potassium, and kalium inside. Okay. This is the IFR inside fruit root. This is the internal problem inside. This is the one of the biggest problem for Harum Manis industry. Okay. This is the fruit ripening. This is the new one. The previously we are using the calcium carbide. Okay, this is more dangerous. Okay, this is not economics because we try to making the research. We are using the ethafone. Okay, we try to produce in the sachet or in the liquid. Okay. This is our goal. Our goal. We want to produce a good quality of harum manis. Okay. This is a research finding. Okay, this is our research. This is our research leader, Professor Dr. Farizul Kasim, over there. This is our visit harum manis farm in the Perlis, in the Chuping. Okay, this is for our research. Okay, this is for problem statement. This is for flowering disease, right? And then we'll study this affected to the yield, and then go to fungicide, commercial fungicide. We applied the anti-fungus experiment. Okay, next slide. Yeah, this is our methodology, the simple methodology, making the collection. And then objective one for isolation, we need to find the fungus inside. We need to try to identify the fungus inside. Yeah, objective number one for identification of fungus. And lastly, we applied the other diffusion methods. Okay, I tried it to make it faster. Okay. This one our result. Okay, after the isolation, around 3 days. Okay, this is we approve it inside harum manis flower got fungus. It's a very clear fungus inside after 3 days incubation. Okay, this is the fungus inside. There is one for identification. They're making the viewer from the microscope. Okay, fungus and viewing. Okay, next slide. Again, this is the our result again. Okay, this is from the edification. You got the result here. Okay, let's skip a slide. The lastly, this is the antimicrobial experiment. This is for this diffusion method. We apply the incubation on the agar plate and then put in the anti-fungus inside and then measure the clearing zone inside. Okay, this is the fungicide used for the anti-fungus test. We got 3 anti-fungus. This is the result for MIC, minimum inhibitory concentration. This is the last result for our study. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is the last result, right? You can see here, you got the clear zone for the 0.5%, and our MIC is 0.005%. Okay, just skip a slide. Okay, this is our research equipment available. This is for ICP-MS, inductively coupled plasma microscopy. This is the metal detection, metal and non-metal detection. We are using this equipment. Then the next equipment, FTIR. Same, you want to detect the functional group inside the sample using this equipment. Okay, lastly, inverted microscope using the high-end microscope. You want to view in the fungus. Okay, then thank you.
Thank you so much. Please. Thank you. So Harumanis, yeah, is all, I agree that is the best mango. But somehow your research can beneficial could improve the quality of the produce of Harumanis. So that's it. That's all for today. But unfortunately, the committee is already alert me. Unfortunately, I cannot conduct the Q&A sessions, but please bear with me if you have any question regarding to all the topics. Please keep them for our next meeting because I'm sure this is not our last meeting, right? Thank you so much for joining us today in this room and also online. I will give him back the time to our MC. Thank you so much.
Give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to the speakers and also our lovely moderator. And we are going to proceed the agenda by certificate presentation that would like to presented by one of the committees. We would like to invite Bapak Dr. Iwayan Budiarto to come forward. And we kindly invite all of the speakers to join us. Acara akan kami lanjutkan dengan penyerahan sertifikat kepada seluruh pembicara pada kesempatan hari ini. Untuk itu kami persilakan untuk ke depan. The certificate presentation to Dr. Siti Hawa Muhammad Saleh, Dr. Insinyur EGD Pasak Mangku MP, Dr. Nur Amirah Abdul Halim, Dr. Insinyur Lusuryati MSI, Dr. Lee Bon Beng, Taswan Muhammad Arif Ibrahim, Nyoman Gede Mahaputra STMSC PhD, last but not least, Bapak Ahmad Radiwan Yakob. And after certificate presentation, we are going to proceed by photo group. And to our moderator, please join us for the certificate presentation. Okay, continue by photo group. By the end of the photo group, we come to the end of the program. We would like to say thank you very much for your kind attention and participation. And we do apologize for any inconvenience during the program. Thank you very much to INOPA and also University Malaysia Perlis. Thank you and see you for another international collaboration. And to all of the participants, the students and the lecturers, you will get the e-certificate from the committee. Thank you.
Dah ada, dah ada, dah ada. Apa?
Cik. Cik.